to do a follow-up episode about procrastination as a person with ADHD, bipolar, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, and suspected autism. A whole rainbow of neurodivergences, fun times. And basically, I can't even remember what I even put in that episode because I've been making a whole bunch of them recently and they will kind of add up into like a collection. I guess it's all a collection, but basically I've got an assignment due tomorrow, and I've been working on it throughout the week, but then the last few days I kind of like hit a wall and decided that I needed to do like everything except for work on my assignment. And then I was like, it's that fun thing where you're procrastinating with one key task and you're suddenly motivated to do a whole bunch of other tasks around you that are less important at that particular time. And I kind of was like, there must be a word for that. And I'm like, kind of trying to cross over motivation and procrastination, and I've come up with procrastination. It's not an original word, it's been used before, but I feel like it's kind of a perfect descriptor of what I've been going through over the last couple of days. So I made a whole bunch of necklaces. I finished filming and editing a couple of videos, and I've actually scheduled some ahead. Normally I make them and then kind of just upload them at the last minute, like sometimes weeks after I made them. But I've got limited space on my computer and I've got an external hard drive, but even after moving a whole bunch of stuff from my laptop onto the external hard drive and doing that each time that I make and post videos, it still fills up really quickly. So I can't really contain like the content of a video as well as, and like I can only really store the content of the video that I'm working on my laptop at any one time, basically. Otherwise it starts being too much data. So I've been doing that, which is great. And what did I do? I got through some laundry. I mean, that's pretty good for me. But I wanted to show you what I've gotten done today while continuing to procrastinate, and also highlight some of the benefits of procrastination. Okay, so we'll start with the things that I have done and then go from there. Come with me. I bought this little set of hooks from Bunnings probably 2 months ago, and I already knew where I wanted to put it when I bought it because I was like, do I actually need this? And I feel like I do, and I spent ages actually thinking about which ones to get, back and forth, and I ended up deciding to get 2 different kinds of hooks, and this is one of them. And so I put this hook up today, and it's already being used for some of the necklaces that I've made. These ones here are the ones I made 2-3 days ago. This is another one that I made probably about a year ago. And then if we go around here, oh my gosh, here we go. I also installed some hooks here and here and over there. I know that they'll get a lot of use, but my brain is too fried to think about exactly how I want to use them. But I think I'll be changing over to nicer coat hangers than the ones over there and using it to hang a whole bunch of stuff. But what that will be yet, I'm not 100% sure. I cleared a huge amount of floor space and a reasonable amount coming off this pile of clothes and laundry, clean laundry here. I did move a bunch of it over to the couch, but I have put away, I think, 3/4 of the stuff that I moved there initially, and that meant that I could actually sweep the floor and I found a bunch of makeup that was lost, and I swept under the tables and the chairs. I took out my, this grey blanket here is a weighted blanket, and I took that out and shaked it out. I've cleared, there's still a lot here, but I've cleared and sorted through a whole bunch of my stuff that was here. I found a whole heap of sewing needles and pins. Definitely, I found a couple of those in my feet as well over the last, I don't know, 6 months where my home has been especially messy. I've been grocery shopping just for some like absolute basics, and I was able to avoid going like too hard on the craving stuff. I did get some treats, but it wasn't too overboard, and I've saved like a whole bunch of stuff that I need but don't need right now for another time because I'm currently kind of broke. Oh, and I found my glasses that I have been looking for a few days now. Finding my lost glasses is a big deal because while I do have a couple of other pairs of non-sunglasses prescription lenses, most of them, I think both of the other ones are out of date. These ones are quite out of date, I think. So they do eventually end up giving me headaches. So I'll be able to wear those glasses and work on my assignment without getting a massive headache, so that's a massive win. And I also found like a whole heap of notes and resources that I had collected for the assignment in February that I had lost somewhere along the way. So it also means that I now have the information I need to complete the assignment in a way that's actually reflective of the work that I have done. And doesn't mean I have to like make up a whole bunch of stuff or start from scratch. So that is an enormous help, and I like to think that my funny little brain kind of knows in the back of my mind, like, oh, that there's something here that you need that you haven't found. There's a reason, like that blockage there actually exists for a reason, because back here, somewhere in the back of my mind, there is a little kind of hidden kind of folder that says, actually, you already have this information somewhere, you just need to find it, and it's actually hidden underneath that pile of clothes, but I'm not going to tell you that directly, no. I'm going to let you like kind of fumble around for it instead. So, yeah, now that I have everything I need, it's time to get started. And now it's like, oh, how can I find another way to procrastinate? We'll see. Actually, we're going to just try and move straight into studying together. Let's go. Okay, so I feel like I have made the most I can out of the procrastination stage, and then I've just gone into a whole lot of straight up regular procrastination and not getting anything useful done. So it's time to get into the actual doing of the assignment that I have been avoiding over the last few days. Let's go. If you've got an assignment that you've been avoiding, you should definitely take this as an opportunity to sit down and study with me and work on your assignment, and we can get through this together. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yay! Okay, so obviously you can't see the actual work. I would love to share it with you, but I've got to do assignments and not be like misunderstood as plagiarized if I share content here that then goes into an assignment and it gets picked up, basically. And also, like, I don't necessarily have all the rights to the information that I'm using, in the sense that, like, in an educational framework, I'm allowed to use it and it's fair use and it's study, it's like I have to. But I'm not going to like show you the full thing. But you can see, like, I've done a lot of pre-reading. Like, I started reading these textbooks years ago because I actually failed or like dropped out of these subjects years ago, and I've come back to it twice. This is my second time returning after having dropped out of this course, so this is my third attempt at doing this course, just for a whole bunch of different reasons. So it's been like tricky to come back to it with like heaps of knowledge about the subject areas, from a combination of having already partly done these subjects, and also because I work in an adjacent kind of industry, or it kind of comes under the same like umbrella sector kind of thing, which makes it kind of hard to be like, oh, I know all this stuff, I've already read this stuff like so many times, but then having to go back and try and find the information and pinpoint where it comes from is like a real headache. But basically, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm going back to the assignment that I did start earlier in the week, or like a while. Actually, technically, I started in like freaking February. I was actually like really like gung ho and good to go at the beginning, and then I just like had like a minor setback, and then that just like turned into a 2-3 month setback, as it happens when you've got autism and ADHD and all the other stuff that I have. Yeah, so basically I'm going back to the assignment that I've started, and I'm trying to like minimize how subjective I'm being in how I'm writing it, but I'm really struggling. It's a report and it just does not suit how I think and operate, especially with the nature of the assignment. It's a very frustrating process for me, because I don't believe the question suits the report format, and the like research methodologies that we've been asked to employ, at least in my mind, don't really suit the report format, or it's, for me, difficult to fit it to that format. So there's like part of the assignment which is like research that I've done by going into the space and observing and participating in activities. And then there's another part of the research that I've done through going onto a range of different organizations' websites, and kind of, see, I don't even know what this is called, so I have to figure out what the hell to call that as well. Basically, I've gone through their websites, and I wouldn't call it auditing because it's not as structured as it should be to be auditing, but I've tried to like go through and sift through the information that they provide and the services they provide, and try to capture that information in a table that kind of categorizes the different kinds of services they provide. And I've done that across 4 organizations, including like the key organization that I'm focusing on. And then there's a third part of research that I'm doing where I'm kind of going to the next step, which is looking at existing reporting that focuses on information relating to those 4 organizations. So I feel like it's like these three different types of research that I'm attempting to apply to the assignment question as a way of capturing or attempting to capture like the relevant information and trying to create something that like makes sense out of that. And it's like something I've really struggling with, and now I'm like, I definitely, the procrastination was really genuinely helpful because it has meant that I found like stuff that I actually need and that will be like so helpful. But now I've like procrastinated too far, and I'm like, it has to be done by midnight tonight. But I just like try. Sometimes I have to be like, don't think, just do. Just like sit down and act like a robot and just churn it out and don't worry about the quality of it. Just get it out, get it done. It doesn't matter. Like there's a part of that's like part of the assignment. There's like a second section that's based on reflection, and I've already like written so much crap while trying to write the report that is of a more reflective nature. And I feel like that part's gonna be like so easy because I'm gonna be like, this is a whole mess and my report is terrible. But I've done what I can, and that's all I can do. And hopefully it all adds up to being something that's possible. But yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm basically, yeah, in the process of locating the kind of annual reports I need to try and like pull bits and pieces of information from. And I don't know, like hopefully it all ends up making some kind of sense to the person who reads and marks it. But yeah, I'm gonna continue on with the grinding, and with any luck, I will get this done by midnight. have a hell of a lot of work to do. I do feel like I'm making some progress, and I've been able to like push through like that first kind of barrier towards like getting on with it. So definitely this kind of method for me of procrastination, and also making these videos, has been like very helpful to me in getting tasks done. Like being like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and put the camera on and start filming, and I'm gonna film myself working on the assignment, like is extremely helpful for me in the process of kind of trying to overcome my kind of executive dysfunction, anxiety, what's the word? Like that pathological demand avoidance kind of stuff. Yeah, so I got to keep at this and attempt to finish at midnight. I've just seen that I have had my extension approved, so it is due at midnight tonight. I have a feeling it might still be a day late, but I'm gonna just plow through it as much as I can tonight. I'm not going to film all of that because this is already going to be over an hour long, and as much as I want to encourage you to keep at your assignments, maybe just, you know, starting to play this was enough to get you going as well. I don't know if anyone wants to sit through a 3-hour long or a 7-hour long study session video. I don't know, maybe we do. Maybe that's something we want to do, or maybe that's something that's a thing to like go live with or something. Let's see. Maybe that's like a future idea thing. But yeah, this has definitely been helpful. I feel like I am on my own version of the right track. I have no idea if whoever is marking this is going to agree. They might think the whole thing is trash, and I might just like hard fail this assignment again. But I can only do what I can do, like based on my own kind of understanding of like the information and like the world. Like, you know, studying is about learning new things, and I'm doing that. So it's not like purely based on what I already know, obviously. And I don't want to get stuck in like a total trap of being biased and only wanting to confirm what I already think I know. At the same time, like time is limited, and my mental, emotional kind of capacity, but also like my general capacity in life is limited. And yes, I'm learning and actively doing research and stuff, but it's like within, you know, a certain kind of set of parameters in terms of like all those different kind of layers of demand. Sorry about that, I just had to change the camera battery over. I'm not the only only thing with limited capacity. My camera, my SD card and computer also have limited capacities. So with that being said, this is the end of this little study session, procrastination kind of episode. Hopefully it's been helpful and enjoyable, and I look forward to bringing you along with me on future study journeys.